Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I have been meaning to do this video for a while now, but finally we're getting around to doing it. This is going to be my second sketchbook tour, and if you want to see the first one, it's actually on my other channel, the Obsidian Collective, but I'm going to be mainly posting on this channel over the Obsidian Collective channel. What happened, Miss Lunafarians? My cat is peacefully watching as I do this. She's sitting very, very politely. You look so polite, Miss Lunafarian. So polite. She's cute. But anyway, back to it. I have been meaning to do this for a bit now, but it took me a while to finish this sketchbook. And that's the case with all of my sketchbooks, but this one, I just realized I have the wrong sketchbook on the table. This is the right sketchbook. I had my actually current sketchbook on the table, which is my bad. This is sketchbook number 2. And it is an Ohuhu sketchbook, and it took me probably 2 years to finish. It's not the biggest sketchbook, but it still took me a decent amount of time to complete it. The cover here, these 3 kind of like emo stickers are from Emporium 32. And then this Protect Trans Youth sticker I got from my college when I was attending college. They had similar to a GSA, but it was basically the college variation of a GSA, and they had a lot of LGBTQ stickers. And so this is one of the ones I took, and I kind of wish I had taken more, but I was, at the time, I was like, I don't know what to do with stickers. I don't want to have a hoard of stickers, but now I put them all in my sketchbook, and so I'm always wanting more stickers. I never have enough stickers. These 3 are by Coconut Biko on Twitter and Blue Sky, and I really love their art, so you'll see more stickers by them in this sketchbook, but I really love them. But this is, you know, we got 2 Prompto and then 1 Clive from Final Fantasy 16 and Final Fantasy 15 respectively. But I really love their art, and I've had these on here for a while, so they're a bit faded, but this one's more new, which is why it looks more pristine. So the first page was not done in order. I did the first page on when I was hospitalized, which we will get to later in the sketchbook. But yeah, it was not done when I first opened the sketchbook. It was done way, like, probably like a year or 2, year and a half later. So, but it's just a sketch I did of Noctis, and it's based off this picture of a kid, like, kind of an 80s photo, it looks like. And it's just the kid standing, or sitting in front of a birthday cake, and I just drew him from that because I thought it was funny. And I tested my acrylic markers, which I got recently, on this drawing just to kind of see how they worked. And I mean, it doesn't look amazing, but it was my first time using the acrylic markers. This drawing is, this would be the actual first page. So these are the actual first drawings I ever did in this sketchbook. And we have more stickers by Coconut Biko here. These stickers I absolutely love. They're like this material that's kind of like scratchy, but like, I really like it, and they're glittery. To preface, this sketchbook is going to have a lot of Promptus, like way too much Promptus. And if you don't know what Promptus is, it's Prompto Argentum and Noctis Lucius Caelum. I mispronounced his name, but Final Fantasy 15. That's basically just their ship name. And I draw them a lot. So, yeah. We have Noctis here and Prompto here, and I drew them in like kind of more alternative outfits, though. I feel like Prompto is more in like a preppy outfit aside from the fishnets. And these were kind of rushed, like they weren't something I was just kind of like doodles, really. And at the time, I remember being really proud of them. Like, I thought they looked really nice, but now I'm kind of like, I see the flaws more so. But I can see why I probably like them, because it's more of a dynamic pose, and that's something I had been wanting to get better with. This page, we got the Sun Tarot card, which I believe I got from Emporium 32. It's a sticker. And we got a bunch of Prompto and a little bit of Noctis. We got Prompto dressed up in like a cow outfit, which these two drawings I don't like at all. I think they look terrible. So just the anatomy just does not look right. It does not look right at all. This one, on the other hand, though, is Prompto with snake bites, and he's saying "I love you, B," and that's just a reference to my partner. I think I drew this for them at the time and sent them a picture of it. But yeah, B is my partner, and I will talk about them a little later in the book because I draw their OC, which you will see. And then we have Prompto with Albedo's tattoo, Albedo from Genshin Impact. I just gave him his like little star tattoo because I think I was thinking of Albedo, but I wanted to draw Prompto, so I ended up combining those two. And then these two are Noctis. This one I don't like. His face looks really weird. So that one is blah. And then this one, I wrote, he listens to Sleep Token because I made him very emo. I gave him like snake bites and a choker. And I just was making fun of him being emo. This one is really bad, so we're not even going to acknowledge this one. This one is also not the greatest, but, you know, we got to start somewhere. And it is just basically Hushed Whispers, Gentle Kisses, Prompto. Hushed Whispers, Gentle Kisses is this alternative universe I created, Prompto's story I created. And it's basically where Prompto and Noctis are gods. Prompto is like god of the sun. Noctis is god of the moon. And this is just art of Prompto kind of in his outfit from that story, but it's kind of rushed, and it's definitely not the best Hushed Whispers art I've made. I've made lots of Hushed Whispers art. There'll probably be more art from that AU in this book, but yeah, it's not my favorite, but it's okay. This page is just a bunch of Promptos. Coming back to Hushed Whispers, Gentle Kisses, these are both based off Hushed Whispers, Gentle Kisses. This sticker is by Coconut Biko as well. And it's just episode Prompto, which I think it's cute. And he's based off that one meme. But I like it a lot. And basically for these two drawings, I really like this one, which is why I highlighted around it. But it's basically just Prompto holding he's holding a spear. Hushed Whispers, Gentle Kisses, Prompto. He's holding a spear, and it's kind of meant to be symbolic of the sun because he's a sun god in the story. So, but I really like it. I mean, it's not perfect. Like the hands kind of look a little bit funky, but I still like it. Then on this side, we got just some doodles of Prompto. This one is like weird because his eyes kind of look terrifying. Like he's kind of looking like he's gonna kill me or something. So don't like that one. But this one's okay. It's kind of giving like, it reminds me of like angsty teenager in a horror movie for some reason. That might be too specific, but that's what it makes me think of. And then this one, I drew him in this dress that I saw on Pinterest, which I don't think I'll be able to find to include in this photo, but it's basically this, it kind of looked like this fantastical dress, kind of like one you'd think you'd see like an elf get married in like high fantasy, like like story, and so I drew him in that, and I thought it looked really nice. And I do like this picture. I kind of get annoyed that I kind of hit his hands, but you know, I can't win them all. These two drawings are actually of my partner's OC Polaris, but he looks nothing like this anymore. This is a very early design of him, and they change his design like all of the time. They change his design literally, like, sometimes you could joke that they change it every day, because sometimes it feels like that. But he looks nothing like this anymore. He is an Eldritch, like, god, or he's like, yeah, he kind of has those vibes, but he's like a god of the cosmos, and so he looks very different now. But I still really like this design, and I really liked this little doodle at the time, even though it's not at all accurate anymore. And then this is just a random drawing of a random character I think I made up. And it's okay. I like when I do drawings with colored pencil because I think it kind of adds more variety to the sketchbook than your typical just regular like lead pencil or graphite pencil. This sticker is also by Coconut Biko. It's older Noctis with the armature, except the armature is fish, and I think it's super cute because he's king of fishing. And then on this side, we have more Hush Whispers, Gentle Kisses, Prompto. I don't really care for this drawing. I think his body does not really match. Like, I made his body a little bit too small and a little bit too feminine, I'd say. But it's okay. But it's not really what I want. This one I don't like because I tried to draw Noctis looking up, and his hair does not look right. His face doesn't really look right. His lips are like huge for some reason. So I just don't like this one. This one's cute though. Like Noctis holding a teddy bear. Cute. His hair is kind of messed up. But, you know, I give it a pass because the rest of it is okay. So I like that one. This one is like terrible, like cringe material. I basically drew edgy art of Noctis as a clown, and this may have been inspired by when like Horror Nights was going on, because it kind of gives Fryboy vibes a little bit, but I'm not entirely sure if that's the case or if that's just what it's reminding me of right now. But I don't like it at all. Like, it's very rushed and doesn't look good at all. But I can kind of see what I was doing here. It's a little bit too edgy for my taste at the moment. But this one, on the other hand, I really like this one. This one is art of Prompto, but this is specifically him and my other AU called Blue Spring, which is basically a cyberpunk AU, where he's like this kind of like vigilante in that universe, and he's kind of like there to kind of show Noctis the ropes, and Noctis has basically escaped from this like elite, because he's the prince in that universe as well, but his father is a dictator in this universe, and it takes place in a cyberpunk universe. And Prompto kind of shows him the ropes of what it's like to be like, because everything's kind of messed up, and it's good. I'm doing a terrible job explaining it, but I really like it, and I need to update it. I haven't updated it in a while, and so if you're watching this and you're like, oh my god, I've been waiting for you to update that fic, I am so sorry. I will update it eventually, I promise you. I'm slow as hell when it comes to anything. But yeah, this Prompto is kind of inspired by Versus Prompto, Versus Final Fantasy 15 Prompto, like that design of him with the longer hair. But it's him inspired by my story, which is why he has the Save the Trees tank top, because he's like very passionate about nature and gardening, especially because in the cyberpunk universe they're in, there's kind of like no more nature. Like, it's all kind of like been died off because of like things like AI and pollution and all of that. So it's a good story, and I really like it, and I gotta come back to it, go back to writing it. This drawing is terrible, just when I rushed. But this one, on the other hand, is watercolor painting I did. I was practicing doing watercolor painting because I have a koi watercolor set, just the travel one. And watercolor is something that I really want to get better at, but like I think I'm just terrible at it, and it's something I struggle with. But I tried to do a prompto, and it's not the greatest, but I still think it's nice. And I like that I have something that isn't just a sketch in my sketchbook. Like, I like that I have this, like, colored piece. I don't really like how the background is very, it's not very smooth. It's not a smooth, I forget the word, but, like, I didn't do a smooth color dump. That doesn't make sense, but I can't think of a word. But basically the background isn't smooth. Like, you see how it has like these very variations of hue. I didn't want that. I wanted it to all be one color, but you know, some people might like the variation, but personally I think it kind of looks a little bad. And then in the background with a white gel pen I wrote, "I hope you find some peace of mind in this lifetime," which is a lyric. And I don't like how the white gel pen came out. For some reason, whenever I use white gel pen, it comes out looking like this, and it looks terrible, and I just want it to be opaque. I don't know what white gel pen to use. I use the Sakura jelly pen, or jelly roll, and it always comes out looking like Dookie, and I wish it didn't, and I feel like for other people it looks amazing, but then when I use it, it looks like Dookie. So if you have recommendations for very opaque white gel pens, like, please let me know, because these ones suck. I don't like the Sakura jelly rolls, dude. They don't work for me. That, or I just don't use them properly. I don't know. On this page, we got the first renditions of Gardner Prompto. These two are Gardner Prompto. And it was a sticker design I was trying to create and I never finished, but I kind of want to come back to it. And this was just me trying to figure out what I wanted to do for the sticker. I was like, do I want to do a really like kind of chibi-esque version of it? Do I want to do like a more towards my style, but still kind of cartoony? And I definitely wanted to put him in overalls and like a hat, but I just wasn't sure. So these were two ideas, and I personally, you know, they're cute, but I didn't work with them for a reason. And then we have Iyari from, just a sketch of Iyari from Overwatch, who I really want to draw more of. I think this is the only drawing I've ever done of her, but I really like her. She's very cute, and I would like to draw her more. Then this drawing here, we got Prompto, but like as a vampire, and I like this style, but for some reason I drew it very more cartoony than I usually do. But I like it, but it's not usually how cartoony I go, or how cartoony I draw. And this is inspired by another fic/AU that I have called In This Pool of Blood. And it's basically an AU where Prompto is basically, he gets given to Noctis, or he's chosen to be Noctis's basically like food, and he has to basically be like the human that the prince drinks from. But later in the story, he gets turned into a vampire. Sorry, spoilers. But later in the story, he gets turned into a vampire, and this was just me drawing art based off of that, and I wanted to kind of do some splattered blood on his face, because in the story, he has a fear of blood. Like, that's one of the big aspects of the story, is that he's very afraid of blood. So I wanted to include the blood, because it's kind of a huge symbol of his character. And this page, we got these two drawings are really nice. Like, I was just cooking this day. And I usually don't cook like this. But we got Gladness, which is Gladio and Ignis from Final Fantasy 15. I just drew fan art of them. This was probably art for my partner because they love Gladness. But I just drew their older selves, post time skip, and just some like romantic art. And I think it's intended to have that they were like, they're both wearing lipstick and it's like smeared on their lips. If it was colored, it'd be more obvious. I think I do actually have a colored version of this piece. So if I can find that, I'll include it here so you can see the digitally colored version of it, and then you can see the kind of like lipstick smear more. This second piece, I definitely have a colored version of it that I can find. But it's supposed to be Prompto, inspired by Our Lady of Sorrows or the Virgin Mary. And as someone who has religious trauma, I have a big tendency to draw art with religious themes because of it. So this is just one of the pieces I did, but I really love this. One of my favorite pieces I've ever made. Usually I hate my art. Usually I'm very like anti my art, but this piece I really love. I think it came out really nice. Even the digital version I feel like came out really nice. So I'll include that here as well so you guys can see how that digital painting came out. Then we got some more Promptus, but this time it's them if they were in like a band. These drawings, I don't, like, I think at the time I thought it came out nicer than what I was expecting, and I still kind of feel that way, but it's just the anatomy is not the best. The hands kind of look messed up again, but I can kind of see where I was going for, and I still like them. You know, I think it'd be fun to redraw this. Definitely come back and redraw it and see how it looks. Then on this side, these two are both just quick sketches, quick doodles I did, so don't really like these particularly. This one I drew because I was doing this challenge where it was like, just find something on Pinterest and draw it. Like, find something that catches your eye and draw it. And the first thing that came up was this like very chunky choker. With like these chunky spikes, and it looked like it was made out of like, I don't want to say rubber, but it definitely wasn't made out of rubber, but it kind of looked like it was. And it was like, just draw it, you know, that was part of the challenge, is just draw whatever catches your eye. So I drew it on Prompto, and I made him like a clown because I felt like it fit the choker. And I don't really care for like most of it. I do think the choker came out nice, and that was the main thing I wanted to draw, so it makes sense that it came out better than the rest of it. Then on this page we got some, this is supposed to be more of Polaris, which is my partner's OC, but they changed him to have sheep ears, and my ass cannot draw sheep ears, so they look absolutely terrible. Absolutely don't like this drawing. It came out bad. I mean, if you get rid of the ears, it looks better, but like then it's not really the character, you know, it's not really Polaris. Though I don't know if his current design has sheep ears. I think he does, but he doesn't look anything like this anymore. This is supposed to be Mercy, aka Angela Ziegler from Overwatch 2, but this is her in like a kind of bee-themed swimsuit that I saw on Pinterest. And I think it's nicer now than when I originally made it. I still think it has a lot of flaws, but I still think it's cute. So I don't mind it. And then this drawing is Prompto, but kind of like more so versus Prompto. I think it was supposed to be more art of Blue Spring Prompto, but like not necessarily in his full getup, but kind of have those energy. And it kind of gives me like confidence vibes, like Freddie Mercury confidence vibes. So I like it. It's not perfect, but I like the lines in certain areas. I can see what I was trying to go for. Okay, so this page, and Sonic fans, please be nice to me. This was my first time ever drawing Sonic characters, and I don't usually draw Sonic characters. The reason I drew them was because I was planning a gift for my partner who loves Sonic, and I was basically going to paint the Sonic characters onto some denim jeans for them to give them as a gift. And I was gonna do this because they really wanted these Sonic and Shadow pants from Hot Topic, but I could not find them like anywhere. Like, they were basically just sold out completely and gone forever. And I had tried so hard to get these pants. I was calling Hot Topics in like different states from me. I was legit considering flying to another state just to get these pants for my partner. But I had no luck. Like, literally no place had them. So in the end, I ended up deciding that I would make them pants myself. And then, of course, they weren't going to look as nice as the ones that my partner wanted. But, I mean, at least they could have some pants that nobody else would have. Some Sonic pants that nobody else would have. So, this is me practicing drawing the Sonic characters because I'd never drawn them before. But I didn't want to go straight into painting on the pants. I wanted to practice them a little bit. And then we got some more of me practicing the Sonic characters, trying to figure out how to draw them before I went in and painted them. And I would include a picture of the pants, but I don't think I have a picture of them. If I do, I'll include it, but I don't think I do. I don't think I have a picture of it anymore. But my partner really liked them. At least they say they really like them. I think I was proud of them when I finished them. Like, they came out better than I thought they would. So, a W is a W. Then here we got older Promptus. We got Prompto with his goatee, and older Noctis with his like longer hair and his beard. And this was just some simple sketches I did of them, though Noctis be caked up for some reason. And I think it came out cute. I like them. I like this art. I know it's simple. It's not like crazy or anything, but I like it. I think they're both cute. It's not perfect. Like, the anatomy's not perfect, but I like it. Then we have more Prompto and Promptus, and this is just Prompto in an outfit I made up. Don't really care for this. I think it was a quick sketch that I did, so I don't really like it at all. This one, on the other hand, though, is Brotherhood Promptus, and I really like it. I think they look very cute. I like drawing characters interacting, and it's one of the hardest things you can draw, and it's one of the things that I work on the most because I love Promptus, so I always want to draw characters interacting. And so this is just one of those drawings I did, just them being cute. And Brotherhood Promptus is them when they were in high school, for those who don't know. So their designs are a little bit different because it's them when they were younger. But I think it's cute. Just like Noctis looking kind of like longingly at Prompto, while Prompto is being cute as usual. And here we have some more designs for Gardener Prompto, the sticker that I had been working on but never finished because I could never come to a basically design that I loved. But these are just more designs that I was working on. And I really should come back to that because I think some of these are cute. But I think I was just really down on myself when I was making them. Then we have Prompto in this cute pose holding a gun, or it's more cool than cute. And I do like this piece. It's quick, but I think it looks good. And this art is supposed to be Shadow Assassin Kain from League of Legends. This was probably around the time that Heartsteel came out, and I was obsessed with Heartsteel, and I was obsessed with Kain. And so I drew his blue form because his blue form's my favorite form. This page I did a little bit later down the road, so this was not in August of 2024. This was probably 2025 sometime. But I just did this black pen sketch to kind of fill up this page because it was empty. I don't particularly like it at all. It's supposed to be Mercy, but I gave her giant bahangas, and I don't really know why. I think I was high when I drew it. Yeah, Mercy Doodle Wall high. So yeah, I don't know why I gave her massive bahangas. And then this one is supposed to be Ace, who is a member of my system, and he is like, I just don't like this drawing. It looks terrible. The anatomy is weird as heck. Like, is this supposed to be his back? I think so. I don't know. It looks crazy, though. Like, why does he look like that? So yeah, we're not even gonna talk about that one that much. On this page, we got Prompto, but if he was a bimbo. And, basically, I just drew him as a thought. And I drew him in, like, the Y2K outfit, the cropped hoodie with the low-waisted jeans and, like, the thong straps. And I think he's supposed to have a belly button piercing, and he's wearing a tank top that says slut. It's a whole thing. But I still like this art. Even though it's cheesy, I still like it. He looks cute. On this side, we got Prompto, but I drew him based off a Pinterest picture I saw. It looks nice, but it's just a quick drawing. And then this one is Noctis and Gladio from Final Fantasy 15, but Noctis is like triumphantly standing on him like you want to fight or something, because in the game they're always kind of like arguing, and so I thought it'd be cute to draw like basically Noctis being triumphant over him. This page we have, I think this is the last drawing of Gardner Prompto I did, and I was just I said eyes are too high, and I think after this I gave up on trying to do a Gardner Prompto sticker, but I want to come back to it. In addition, we also have a Juno blue ballpoint sketch, a Juno from Overwatch 2. I think she looks cute. It's definitely rushed. My first drawing of Juno I ever did. I've drawn her many times now, but it's cute, but obviously rushed. And then we have this just ballpoint sketch of Noctis, and I really like this sketch, actually. Like, I don't know what about the shading, but I really like it. This, on the other hand, is terrible drawing. I was trying to learn how to draw wheelchairs, but it's something I really struggle with. I need to take the time to just do studies on wheelchairs. And so I was like, I really don't like how this looks. It looks bad. So it's something I have to come back to and practice more, because as someone who is also disabled, I want to be able to draw representation of my own community. So it's something I need to work on. Then we have some sketches that are just me practicing poses, because it's something that I really want to improve on a whole lot. And I was gonna draw characters on top of the poses that I drew, but I decided not to. Because I drew a face and I was like, I'm having a bad art day, and I just never ended up drawing people on top of the bodies. This side is Juno from Overwatch 2, another drawing of her, but it's her in like kind of like a spring attire. I think she looks really cute. I really like this drawing. The hand is kind of messed up, like, but overall I still like it. I think it's super cute. This drawing I think I absolutely cooked on. It's basically Promptus but Phantom of the Opera, and it's basically, I took a screen cap from the movie. It's basically from, I think it's from the 2004 movie, and I think it's during the Music of the Night part. But I drew Prompto as Christine, Noctis as Phantom, and I really love this piece. I think it's really good. I never really officially finished it, but it was also because I was like, I am going to mess this up. So I kind of gave up on it early, because I was like, this is too good and I'm going to mess it up. But I really love it, and I would love to come back to doing a Phantom of the Opera Promptus piece, because that shit got my name written all over it. On this side, we got, I think this is supposed to be Hui from League of Legends, but it's absolutely terrible. He does not look like this at all. And then this, I don't know who this is supposed to be. I think this might have been an OC I may have been trying to create, but just scrapped. But yeah, this part is the good part. This side's like, whatever. So this marks when I was actually hospitalized. I was actually hospitalized at a behavioral hospital after I was having really bad depressive episode and ended up not doing very good things. So, boom, mental hospital. But at the hospital, I was able to draw, and that's pretty much all I did there was draw. So I wasn't allowed, at this time, I wasn't allowed to have a pen, so I could literally only draw with crayon, hence why these are drawn with crayon. But I still think they came out really nice. We got Prompto. I think he looks really cute. And then we got Poison Ivy and Noctis, and then like a hibiscus flower. But I overall really like all of these. And I kind of like that I drew with crayon because it's like a pop of color. And honestly, I should do it again. Should do it more. They have more crayon drawings, but these ones are not as nice. This one's nice, but the rest of them I don't really care for. This one's kind of scary to a degree. And this Noctis, like his hand looks absolutely messed up. I think he was supposed to be holding grapes or something, but he just looks absolutely weird. But this one's okay. This Prompto one is good. And then this is when I got put into another hospital. It was also another behavioral hospital, but at this one they were more relaxed. And they let me finally use pens and colored pencils. So I was able to finally use a different medium other than crayons, and I proceeded to draw the Chocobros in different poses. And I think they're all cute. Gladio, I wish I had drawn him in an actually cool pose, but I drew him in this like stationary pose because I ran out of room. And like I could have drawn him kind of like posing, but it would have like overlapped into the other characters, and I just didn't really want to do that. So unfortunately, he's kind of getting the short end of the stick here. This was also when I was in the hospital, and I finally got a black pen, and so I drew Apollo, though he kind of looks messed up. I like the arms. The hand looks crazy, though. What the heck is that hand? These hands are crazy, dude. These are like AI level hands. What the heck? But oh my gosh, hence me practicing hands over here, because what the hell? But yeah, it's supposed to be Apollo, and this is supposed to be Artemis. And they're okay, but this Silly Blossom, I think it's from Coconut Biko. I believe that was a freebie they gave me. And then I was practicing hands because, oh my gosh, I need to practice hands. It's a long work in progress. Me and hands, we have a long time blood feud going between me and hands. Like, oh my god, I hate drawing hands. These pencil thumbnails were drawn at another time when I was out of the hospital. I was planning an art piece for my best friend for her birthday, and I just drew it here because I noticed that I have room here, but these were done a different day. These were not while I was in the hospital. And then these pieces I absolutely love. I was still in the hospital when these were made, and I came up with this Faye, Noctis, Park Ranger, Prompto, all you. And so this is supposed to be Fae Prince Noctis, hence why he has like these like twig antlers and like elf ears, and he has like a cape made out of leaves. But I really love him. I think he's awesome, and I kind of wish I drew him more. I gotta go back to drawing him because I actually do really like the all you a lot. But in the corners I just wrote like little notes because I was attending these meetings about like taking care of my mental health and like coping skills, and I was just writing them in the margins, if you will. So I just wrote chip away at the stressors bit by bit. And one of the fellow patients there recommended me Path to Serenia, music recommendation. On this side we have more Promptus, though this is not Park Ranger and Fae Noctis. This is just them in cute outfits. and I drew them being cute, though Nox's face looks a little weird, but Prompto looks cute. Nox's face looks a little strange, but overall I really like it. And I wrote Ka-Chow because I like Lightning McQueen a lot. Love Lightning McQueen, love Cars, but love Lightning McQueen. Bro, you have never met a bigger Lightning McQueen fan than me, bro. Trust. And then I drew Prompto in a crop top. Excuse me. I think this was cute. Then this is Park Ranger Prompto. That goes with Faye Noctis, hence why I drew them together. I love this piece. I did draw this piece, digitally color this piece when I got home from the hospital, and I will include that here. It's not the best, but yeah, I did color it. And this is Park Ranger Prompto, and his face looks kind of scary. And this one, it looks really messed up, but I still like it. This piece is probably my favorite one, though. I love this one. The ballpoint pen sketch is way better than the digital. I'm still including it in this video so you guys can know what the finished product looked like, but I really like this version of it more than the finished colored version of it. Then we have this one. This one is when I got out of the hospital, or it might have been on my last day of the hospital. These stickers are all by Coconut Deco, because of course they are. And this one's probably my favorite because it kind of breaks the fourth wall a little bit. But it's just more Faye Noctis. We got Prompto looking disheveled, which is, I think I drew him just feeling how I was feeling, which I was feeling very like I was a mess, but I was kind of like, yo, I'm alive, but I'm a mess. And so that's why I drew this art of him, kind of supposed to be symbolic of me at the time. And then I drew Prompto in this like little chicken hat, which I think is super cute. I do like this one a lot. But yeah, overall this page is like, this spread, it's like a mess, but it's like, it accurately describes how I felt at the time, really, when I made it. Then I wrote this, or made this little comic about mindfulness, because at this time I was now out of the hospital, but I was attending partial hospitalization. So I was going to these meetings every day, every day. And I had to like learn about mindfulness and DBT skills and all of that. But it's something I've done many times, like many years I've done this, because my mental health has always been a struggle, to say the least. But I just did this comic about mindfulness because in mindfulness they acknowledge that like there is no such thing as bad thoughts. Like thoughts are just thoughts, and we can't really control them, but we can kind of acknowledge them and let them be. So I just wrote this little comic about me, and it's me remembering like a bad memory. So I go, remember that time in 9th grade when? And it's supposed to be like a bad, humiliating memory or something. And then my subconscious pops up and goes, whoa, whoa, bad thought, bad thought. And then another part of my subconscious, which is the subconscious that's acknowledged mindfulness and has learned about mindfulness, responds, actually, no, there's no such thing as bad thoughts. And then I just go, like, who are these people in my head? Like, who are you guys? It's supposed to be funny. I thought it was funny, but it might be a little stupid, but I thought it was funny. And these were just me trying to figure out composition, because I want to learn how to draw backgrounds more, and you kind of have to know composition to draw good backgrounds. So yeah, this was me practicing, or like noting down common compositions. Now this was just a doodle I did, which I don't really care for at all. Oh, and then we have my OC Marcus. This was when I created him. And he is he's basically the son of Ares, and he also exists in a cyberpunk world. And in this world, it's basically a war between like humanity and the Greek gods, but if it took place in a cyberpunk universe. And and he's kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place because one, his father is a god, so he's a demigod, but then he's also like half human, so he's kind of like stuck between both sides. Like, the humans don't really like him because he's part god, but then the gods don't like him because they just see him as a human because he's not really a full god. But yeah, it's a cool IU. And I did include him for art fight, so I did get some art of him for art fight, and I love him a lot. I think he's a cutie. This drawing is just a beginning of a drawing that I never finished, but then eventually finished like a year or 2 years later. And it's just art of my friend's dad and my friend's Nana, and he like was holding an onion ring, and I was drawing them. But I never finished it because I had a lot going on. But I came back because my friend's dad asked me about it recently, and I came back and I started working on it in my new sketchbook again. Here we got some more black pen sketches of Promptus. This one is supposed to be based off a Pinterest reference. I don't know what it's from or what, but it's like Noctis like holding a gun and Prompto's like on his shoulder looking all cute. I don't know. This one's supposed to be Noctis, but he looks all kinds of fucked up, and he got like elf ears, so I don't know what I was thinking here, but I don't really care for this drawing. And this one was supposed to be Juno, but it doesn't look anything like Juno. And it was supposed to be her in like a cute, like kind of Lolita fashion-esque outfit. But yeah, it just looks terrible overall. Like, I don't really care for any of these drawings, really. This one is probably the best one on this page. But overall, it gets a no from me. Now, these drawings I drew while I was in a hospital waiting room. And this one I don't like at all, so we're moving off of him. But this one's cute. It was quick, done with like a black marker, but like I think it's really cute, to be honest. Very stylized and simple. These ones on the other side I think are really cute. These two both, well, these are all based off of reference photos, but this one is supposed to be Kate Bush, I believe. And it didn't look like the picture that I was drawing off of, but it still looks good in its own way. But I kind of wish it looked more similar to the photo. But I had been working on it for a while, trying to get it to look similar to the photo. And for some reason, it just wouldn't come out looking the way I wanted it to. This one, though, is from a portrait photo by David Shedlars. He does street photography. And it was just this, like, farmer dude in a Spanish country, and I really thought he was a cutie patootie, so I drew him because I think wrinkles are beautiful on people, and like he had wrinkles and more like a beard and like a big nose, and I just liked him a lot. I thought he had like a really cool looking face. Here we have me practicing more gesture drawing and poses because it's something I always want to get better with. This one is terrible. Rushed piece. Terrible. We do not look at her, but the other two are okay. I like the other two. Though, I mean, there's definitely flaws there, but they look way nicer than this one. Then we got more Juno, which is why it says Space Girl, Show Me the Stars. I love Juno, so I drew more of her. I think this drawing is really cute. And we got Junkrat. And I like this like little sketch doodle of Junkrat. I think he looks cute. And I kind of should draw him more because he has a very interesting design. Like, he's just fun to draw. So yeah, I want to draw him more. And we got Prompto, but this art of Prompto I don't like at all. His face looks kind of scary. His anatomy looks kind of weird. I mean, I definitely think I was drawing the arms a little bit good, but the rest of it don't really care for. Then here we got Astro Fox, which is Kiriko and Juno from Overwatch 2. That's their ship name. And I drew them in their K-pop skins, just dancing, and I really, really like this piece, actually. I'm surprised I never took the time to, like, color this. I might redraw it. I don't know. but I really like it. I think he came out really nice. I draw them a lot now. Most recently, I drew them in their wedding skins. This one's terrible. I think it was supposed to be Be Mercy, but I gave up on it because it was coming out terrible, which is why I scribbled it out. This right here, though, is my best friend. She was sitting on the couch. I think this is supposed to be her holding her phone, but she was sitting on the couch, and I was sitting across from her on like this folding chair, and I just decided to draw her, and I think she came out cute. Like, I think it captures her very well. And then we got more Deity Prompto, because that's my guilty pleasure. I always be drawing Deity Prompto. Very rushed, but it's okay. Also, I crossed out the hand because it looks fucked, and it definitely does look fucked. And we got more Prompto. I was kind of experimenting with his face here. Don't like how this came out at all. Like, the nose looks really weird. Don't like it at all. The eyes are too big. It's just like, this is a whole thing here. And then we got Prompto, but I drew him in like kind of a more suggestive, like, Greek tunic. I'm gonna say I don't really like this piece. The body doesn't match the like head and stuff. It like just doesn't look right. Like, it just overall does not look right. So don't particularly care for that piece at all. And I can see what I was going for. Like, I wanted to draw Prompto looking sexy, but I don't think he looks very sexy. I think he looks a little creepy. This is also this is Juno, but this is Heart of Hope Juno when her mythic skin came out. Personally, don't like this drawing at all. I think I did a digital drawing that came out way better than this, and so if I find that, I'll include it here. But yeah, this one is bad. This one was just a pencil sketch I did, but I think it came out better when I did it digitally. Then we got Promptus, but if they were ballroom dancers. So I basically went and Googled ballroom dancing videos, and I just took, like, I paused the video at certain parts, and then boom, drew the dancers as Promptus. I think they're okay. Like, they're not my favorite, but I think it was good practice for me to do. The faces kind of look a little weird, especially on this side. This Noctis's face looks good here. Like, I like his face here, and it's not that bad here. I think Prompto's faces are probably my least favorite here. And then on the sides, I drew them just in interesting poses, and I gave Prompto top surgery scars because shout out to our headcanon trans king, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I like them, but there's definitely some flaws to it, but overall I like them. Then we got Deadpool asking how to exist with a massive penis, because it's Deadpool and I feel like he would ask that. I do really like this drawing of Deadpool, I will say. These ones are bleh. We're not even gonna acknowledge these ones, but on this side I drew Prompto holding like the cord of like the headphones he's wearing, and I really like this drawing. I think it came out nice. The hands I cooked on, bro. I cooked with the hands. I don't usually cook with the hands, but I cooked with the hands. And then I drew him like kind of tiny, just doing a peace sign and looking kind of cool. I wrote hashtag tiny Prompto. And then this is just Prompto, but like showing expressions, showing an interesting expression where he's kind of like sad and melancholic, and he's going, Noctis, is it really you? And we don't really know what the storyline for that is, but we just see him looking pretty. This terrible drawing is something I tried to plan, but it still came out looking terrible. And I did like thumbnails for it, but it's basically an IU where a Promptus IU where like Prompto was a deity in a past life and Noctis was his lover in a past life, and now he just exists in like this is a statue of him like as a deity, and like thousands of years have passed, and so Noctis in this lifetime is looking at the statue and is kind of like, why does this give me vibes of familiarity? Like, why does this feel so familiar? Like, this is just like a statue of a god from like thousands of years ago. Why do I feel like I know this dude? So yeah, but it looks terrible. The watercolor just did not come out right, and it just looks bad. So I wish it came out better than it did, but it didn't. Then we got some vent art from me. I was on a very high dose of Cymbalta at the time, and it had basically shut off my brain to a degree. Like, I could not really think anything. Like, my brain was just always empty, and that's still something I'm kind of struggling with. I finally have come off of the Cymbalta, but it's like, it feels like I'm never going to be the same after it. And I just repeatedly wrote, "Where is my mind?" because I just did, like, there was just nothing. It was just silent, and didn't really like it. Didn't feel like myself. So this is supposed to be me, in case that wasn't obvious, self-portrait of myself in my style. Then we got Nephili, which is an OC I created for Art Fight, but I don't really care for him. I probably won't ever draw him again. He was supposed to be for Art Fight, but I think I never liked him enough, and I didn't even include him in Art Fight. We got some quick sketches, quick doodles. This was me probably practicing a pose. I don't really care for it. This one looks terrible. And this one was just unfinished. But these three were me trying to come up with another OC, and I was trying to give him kind of Japanese early 2000s hairstyle. And I really like him, but I gotta come back to him. I never really finished him. And we got Prompto. This drawing is I don't really care for it. It's definitely rushed, I think. His nose looks really weird though. It's like why does his nose look like that? Behind him we got Juno in her Heart of Hope skin. This kind of like peeking out. And these two, I'm not sure who this is supposed to be. I'm not sure if this was supposed to be my OC Asphodel, which is right here, or if it was just some pretty dude I drew with long hair. But either way, I like him. I like him a lot. I like the way these two came out. And this is the OC with the Japanese, early 2000s Japanese hair. I really like him, and I really like Asphodel. I like his hair too. Good vibes. These are just my OCs that I'd be working on. Then I tried to draw in red ballpoint pen, and I hated how it came out. So these are all terrible drawings. Terrible drawings. But on the other end, we got Prompto holding a sniper and like sniping. It says yippee. And I like this drawing. It's like quick, but like it's good practice, and I like it still. Then we got Hushed Whispers, Gentle Kisses, Noctis here. I like this piece. It doesn't look like my art usually does, but I still like it. I think it came out good for what it is. Like, there's certain things that I don't like about it, like the shading, it's kind of weird. This hand being here is kind of weird, but I like the cloak, and I like his face, even though it's nothing the way I usually draw, and I probably would not draw a face like that ever again, but I like the way it came out anyway. On this side, this red ballpoint sketch is drawing that I did for someone for Art Fight. Is if I can find their URL, I will include it, but it's to someone else's OC. And then in black pen, we have the various alters from Moon Knight's system. Got Mark Spector, Stephen Grant, and Jake Lockley. And I just wrote lyrics: "You've taken away the good in life. What happens in the end?" But yeah, I think this is supposed to be Stephen Grant. This is supposed to be, I think, Mark Spector, and this is supposed to be Jake Lockley, or it might be the other way around. But I definitely know this is Stephen, because Stephen's my favorite. And we got this terrible sketch of Prompto I gave up on. This one, I will say, we'll talk about it. This one, Help Fight Fascism, donation commissions. So this one I drew specifically for a post on Tumblr, and this goes here as well. Basically, I do donation commissions. If you want to donate to help NPR or PBS stay funded, because their funding was cut, unfortunately, but they play such a massive role in keeping, like, Americans educated, especially low-income Americans. I think they're huge and they're really important, and I grew up on it, and I fucking love PBS and NPR. So yeah, if you want to donate to them to help them keep them afloat while the government is cutting their funding, please feel free, and I will do a commission for you. You can message me on my social media, Sleepy God 1. I'm pretty much the Sleepy God 1 everywhere: Tumblr, Blue Sky, Instagram, Pinterest, though I don't really... Pinterest, if you message me on Pinterest, I might not answer because I don't really look there. But, yeah. Feel free to message me if you donate to NPR or PBS and you want a commission. I will do it for you. We got a terrible drawing of Prompto in, like, a weird design. I don't know why I drew him in this style. I don't really draw in this style ever. Kind of strange on my part. Then I was practicing arm anatomy. This one looks a little strange. This one looks good, but this one looks it's a little off. I don't really know what's off about it, but something's off. We got Mercy, Angela Ziegler, from Overwatch, and then I was just practicing bodies. This drawing I love a lot. This one is Magician Prompto. And I really like this drawing. I think it came out really nice. This was when I first got my acrylic markers. I was practicing them, how to use them, and I think this came out really good. Also, this hand looks really good, can I just say? Like, I usually don't cook with hands like that. But yeah, this drawing, loved it. I think it came out really nice. And these sketches are me practicing drawing flowy dresses based off these references from a Dorka stock. So yeah, I was just practicing. I think they're cute though. Then we got some Gensi up in here, which is Genji Shimada and Angela Ziegler, Mercy, from Overwatch, and then specifically they're in their matching like Black Watch and Combat Medic Ziegler skins. I love them. I love Gensi. They're the vibes. So yeah, that's them. I think they're very cute. I really like these drawings. They flopped on social media, which made me sad, but I am personally proud of them. Then we got I was trying to draw some Reinhardt. I was practicing drawing him, but like legitimately cannot draw him. Because I was going to draw Reinhardt x Ana fan art, but like I just could not draw Reinhardt. And so I gave up on him. And then this is supposed to be Cassidy from Overwatch, but I once again just did a terrible job drawing him. So I hate this drawing. L drawing. Then we got some more ballpoint pen drawings. We got Prompto looking kind of like a little bit wicked, a little bit insane, doing like an evil laugh. This is supposed to be, I think, Junkrat. And then this, I don't know who this is supposed to be, but it looks terrible anyway. And this one, I think, looked really bad, so I covered it up with a sticker that just says trans rights or bites. And I will include the artist of this sticker here, because I forget their URL, but I think I can find it when I'm editing the video. And then this was just me practicing drawing young Ana. and I think she looks really pretty. Though her hair isn't really this wavy, but I kind of like that I made it wavy like that. Or maybe it is that wavy. I don't think it is though. Then on this side we got Happy Birthday Noctis. Drew this for his birthday, which was on August 30th, and posted it. I think he looks super cute. It was just a quick drawing I did with my acrylic markers. It's cute. And other than that, I was practicing drawing hands, because hands, something that I always want to improve at. And yeah, I was just practicing, and I think these all look really good, to be honest. And then the final page, sketchbook completed on 9/1/2025. We got Prompto kissing Noctis' cheek. I think this drawing is super cute. I know it's a quick sketch, but like I think it's super cute. And I'm proud to say that I completed the sketchbook. Like, it's something that it took me a long time, but I managed to finish it. And I'm very excited to finish my next one, but it's probably going to take a long time. So, for those who are like, I'm looking forward to your next sketchbook tour, it's going to take a while, but it will eventually come. And I've been spending a lot of time drawing. I'm taking art a lot more seriously now, and it's something that I want to make my career. So if you are interested in seeing any of my art, please feel free to follow me on my social media. I'm the Sleepy God 1 everywhere: Tumblr, Blue Sky, Instagram. So please feel TikTok as well. Feel free to follow me there. I post art, and feel free to commission me. If you make a donation to NPR or PBS, feel free to let me know, and I will make a commission for you, because we need to support, you know, good causes, support people remaining educated, and all of that good stuff. But yeah, thank you for watching. Please feel free to consider subscribing. I will continue making art videos. I finally got a proper setup, so I can now film like some Draw With Me videos, or I can like do... I have many videos. They're in the works. So please feel free to subscribe. Feel free to leave a like on the video. And I will see you in the next video. I love you. Stay hydrated. Take your meds. And don't forget that you are loved.